Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called My Goodies, Not My Goodies. The ingredients call for gin, ice, some orange juice, and lemonade. So this is what you're gonna do. In a blender, you're gonna pour 2 shots of gin, put in some ice, a tablespoon of OJ, and a cup of lemonade. Blend to perfection, pour into a martini glass, garnish with a lemon, and enjoy a goodies, not my goodies.
Now, what is the point of this tablespoon of OJ?
Just for color.
Oh my God.
The mixture of the yellow and the orange, it will make a nice blend.
Yellow-orange?
Yellow-orange drink. I like a drink with a little swirl in it.
Okay. Well, welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
So anything new you forgot to tell me about? Anything coming up?
So only thing that I have right now coming up in October is Paradise and Vibe. Make sure you guys click the link, paradiseandvibe.com. We're going to Costa Rica, and I cannot wait to do a little bit of yoga. You should come to one of the classes with me one day. It's hot yoga.
Okay. When are the classes?
They have them every day at, at Be Hot Yoga. So there's the schedule is a very wide schedule, so we'll have to pick which day to go. And I love bringing new people because I just love being like, how'd you like it? Some people are
I can see you doing it just like that. I've never done hot yoga.
She said I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm not coming back.
Why?
Because it is
intense.
It's intense. It gets real hot and wet up in there. Like,
I bet it does. Ooh, is it musty?
No, it actually isn't musty.
Because I would imagine like some of the yoga girls probably don't wear deodorant.
First of all, essential oil, they be having essential oils on.
And they be essentially stinking sometimes, and you know it.
Because we talk,
not in there, but you know, some girls, because we both talked about the natural deodorant, and you know, sometimes in the summertime, your body hasn't had time to adjust. You got to start in the fall.
I personally have never been in there and it was ever funky or fishy. Never.
Oh, I wasn't thinking fishy now. I was just thinking a little tart. Speaking of mushiness, though, girl, I was in the gym this morning, right? And I'm really trying to work out.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. So, the trainer, Amber, she's like been gradually getting harder and harder. And I'm like, bitch, you tricked me. I told you, don't be going too hard because I will quit and you could keep charging me. I don't care. Like, whatever. I signed the contract, but if you're doing too much, I'm not about to hurt myself. So anyway, it's been gradually getting harder, which I guess she's doing her job or whatever. She's a great trainer. Today, I didn't realize it. Because I was just like, I'm doing all kind of shit that I just don't do. This is not my area, right? She's like, are you nauseous? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. This shit is just heavy, bitch. Like, I'm just
throw up?
Yes, I left the gym. I didn't throw up in there, but when I walked out and I was getting closer to my car, I started getting that, you know, super wetness in your mouth, and I wasn't about to suck dick, so like this was unfamiliar. Yeah. And then I get to the car, I threw up everything: the pre-workout, the eggs, the bagel thin, the cream cheese. Right on the ground. I'm just glad I didn't throw it up on myself. And so immediately, I'm like, hold up. Let me Google this because is this right? Like, I know athletes be doing this. I ain't no athlete. But then the first couple of articles that I was seeing was like, oh, athletes, you know, when they work out really hard. And I was like, oh, well, hold on, bitch. We're doing too much. I don't need the athlete program. But then I was talking to my other friend, Jay, and he was like, here, relax. You didn't do that much. You just don't be doing shit. And she probably just finally pushed her ass. So anyway, I did that. And that was fun. It's been nice, like, getting to know the other girls in the gym. I thought that there were going to be 5 men there because I go to the thought gym, but I ain't seen them.
Really? Ain't no 5 men at the thought gym?
I think I'm just not going at the right time.
Because they got a DJ at that gym?
Not all the time. Oh. They play music all the time, but they don't have, it's not like the club. But they have sessions where it is like that. What else did I want to say? Oh, I've still been vlogging, you guys. So I hope that you are looking at my YouTube. It's youtube.com/Kiki Said So. I've been trying to figure out different things to do. Still kind of winging it. I'll figure it out. So make sure y'all are subscribed on there. And also, I still have the book club, and we have done it for a year now.
Oh, it's been
a whole year.
How many books have y'all gone through?
We do a book a month. So, I mean, at this point, we're on book 13 because we started in May of 2020, and it's just been nice. Like, we are still getting new members, but there's some girls who have been there since the beginning. And so we do these happy hours in the middle of the month, and we just get on Zoom and talk to each other. So now that things, you know, are a lot more lax and people are getting vaccinated night and everything, we're planning to do some in-person things in different cities. So if you guys like to read, or maybe you want to get into reading, join the club. I don't pick books if they don't have an Audible version, because I'm typically listening like while I'm driving.
Who picks the books?
I'll pick, like, if somebody has a suggestion, we'll take it, but we always vote. And so whatever wins the votes, that's the book we do for the month. Okay. We do like a little poll.
That's cute.
It's a good time. We were on there for like 3.5 hours last time. We were done talking.
Really?
Yeah, we be on there having drinks. Somebody was getting dressed up in their lingerie to show us what they could do. It was a good time. And it's not just like a sex thing. We don't just read sex books. We read all kind of books. The last one we did was a mystery. So join if you want to get your read on.
And also join our Patreon if you want to hear and see bonus content that we drop each and every Monday. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a way that you can support creatives financially.
Yes, because, you know.
And here's a little clip from the most recent bonus episode.
For me, he fell into the trick category. He wasn't that interesting. He didn't offer up that much conversation, but he kept wanting to spend time with me. And then all he wanted to, when he was offering conversation, it was always about what he would buy for somebody.
Was he cute?
No. And I feel like he needs to go to the dentist. I feel like when guys only talk about money, it's like, yeah, I mean, I like money and I want you to spend it on me.
I'll be shocked when I start telling you, okay, well, this is what I need you to buy.
Like, I'm over the conversation. Like, stop. I hate when people tell me that they're going to do something and you're not. And now I feel like you're playing with me and wasting my goddamn time. I'm not a little girl. We're not hanging out when I'm around you. Like, no. And there was no question. That's a problem for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta has taken Kiki's heart.
No, it hasn't taken. But Medina, honestly, what's wrong with him asking me?
I also just wanted to point out how I have been talking to a lot of my friends lately, and I will say that a handful of my friends have been talking about therapy. Like,
therapy is important.
It's becoming a trend. Like, it is now becoming a thing where it's like, I got a therapist, and no matter why you get the therapist, or if you guys...
Because it could be for anything. Work, family, love.
Yeah, how to, like, manage, how you said last time, like, happiness, or maybe you are...
Your time.
Your time. And one thing I love about Talkspace is it's like having a therapist in your pocket. So let's say, you know, we're in hot girl summer. We're in the prime of hot girl summer. Let's say you get flued out, and then you also have, like, an issue that you needed to talk to your therapist about, but you canceled your appointment because you was getting flued out. If you have Talkspace, your therapist is in your pocket.
Yeah, because you can reach out to your therapist. You can video call, you can phone call, you can text, whatever is going to be most convenient for you. Sometimes, I know this too, people are afraid of kind of like the judgment that they think they're going to get from the therapist, so they may not want to be face-to-face. Being on the phone is easier, talking, or even if you don't want to put the stuff into words, or you live with your family and they're being nosy and you never have privacy, or, you know, your roommates or your friends or whatever, you can text them. It's just such a great and convenient way to do it.
I second that notion. Talkspace is affordable. Y'all know.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And they have thousands of licensed therapists in over 40 different specialties: depression, anxiety, if you deal with eating disorders, heartache. That's what I'd be talking about there.
Substance abuse.
Yeah, relationship issues, all the things. So, you know, y'all check out Talkspace.
Yeah, make sure that when you do check out Talkspace, you use our code. It's CockTales, CockTales, and you will get $100 off your first month of therapy. So you can head to Talkspace.com or download the app or both and use the code CockTales. That's CockTales, Talkspace.com.
Every time you spell out the code, I just want to do it in sign language because I took an American Sign Language class.
Why
in
don't you
high
do
school.
it?
I don't know. I just was like, oh yeah, I got nervous. I'm gonna do it next time though.
Okay.
Spell it out because y'all need to know I got talent.
Yeah, and speaking of talents, I will be testing out some people's talents, their oral skills, and when I am, you know, leading this pussy eating competition by getting my pussy ate, I want to make sure that I am tasty. I want them to gobble me up like the candy yams at Thanksgiving, okay? So I'm going to have my taste pills, my taste vitamins.
I am going to enjoy some taste vitamins as well. I would like to say that my sex partner, he really enjoys it. He drinks my pussy juices like it is a cup of water.
Oh,
nutrients.
there's a lot of them.
Yeah. You can hear him gulping it. I'm like, no, go now.
All right, don't suck my insides out. Anyway, if you guys want the vitamins, click the link in the description box and use our code CockTales10 for 10% off. And stay posted to our Instagram because sometimes they have different specials and we'll promote those as well.
Okay, you guys.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury, like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
They've been real weird lately.
They have, and this one is no different. So now we're going to take it up to Detroit. Some nasty motherfucker was supposed to be inspecting somebody's home.
I'm mad already.
This is not his home. He is in someone else's home. He went on to these people's house while he was on the clock and decided the horniness was once again taking over. I don't know what's up with people masturbating at work. Do that shit in private. If you work in somebody else's house, you can't do that. You need your own office, okay? So anyway, he decided to masturbate in this family's nursery where the baby sleeps.
I want you under the jail.
Not only was he, it wasn't like he was just in there jacking his dick off. The baby wasn't there, to be clear. This man took the baby's Elmo toy. He tried to get Tickle Me Elmo to tickle his dick, and that is just so disgusting. He was arraigned on charges of aggravated indecent exposure and malicious, because this is malicious, because why the fuck you fucking with the baby's toy? Malicious destruction of property under $200. Magistrate Holt set a $2,500 bond for this man and set several conditions for him, including he needs a drug and alcohol test because, bitch, what the fuck were you on?
Something.
Number 2, a mental health evaluation. Do we need to send you up the road to the hospital? And he cannot have any contact with the alleged victims, and that he not be in anybody else's residential property that he does not own. If your name is not on the deed, you need to proceed down the block back to your house because you can't be trusted. You're supposed to be going in people's homes to inspect them for whatever is being inspected for. I guess they were selling it. Aggravated indecent exposure is the more serious of all of his charges, and it carries up to 2 years in prison and a $2,000 fine. The property charge is a 93-day misdemeanor. I don't know what's up with him. This happened in Detroit.
That is horrible.
Or outside of Detroit, and it's just absolutely disgusting. Like, why would you do something like that?
And here is, like, when people do shit like this, people forget that now in 2021 there are cameras everywhere.
Yeah, and that's how he got
nobody's
caught.
house being crazy.
Because the woman who owns the home, she's 22, she saw it on the camera, and she was just like, "Oh hell no!" So she immediately alerts police. Like, what is this creep doing?
Go ahead and assume that whatever you do nowadays, if you are in front of someone's house, people have cameras everywhere. Like, if you want to just do something as small as pick your nose and wipe it on somebody's pillow, they saw you do it.
Who the fuck wants to do that? You need a destruction of property charge too. What the hell?
I'm calling you out. Like, people have cameras everywhere, bro. Like, stop. That shit is nasty. Oh, you know, what if he was married? Like, could you imagine?
He apologized though. Listen, when he found out that he got caught on camera, he was embarrassed.
You should be.
And it said that he made incriminating statements. Like, I'm sure it's like, damn, I didn't know you could see me, stuff like that. You know, something to let you know. There ain't no denying it. I don't know how we can deny it when we see him, Kevin, Wayne, Van
Kevin's gonna
Leuven.
have to register as a sex offender. Like, you just ruined your whole life.
I don't know if you have to do that for
nut.
I don't know if you have to do that for indecent exposure.
Okay.
Luckily there was no child actually there and stuff like that. So hopefully not.
My nigga, you was just gonna put the Elmo back in the bed. Like, what was you?
And then he was in the closet getting the toy. Why are you in my closet?
Grungy fingers. Oh,
Look at him. Then he got the nerve to have his mask on.
And you got your hand in your pocket.
You are dispersing other germs.
This is just nasty. Oh.
Anyway, that's it for Weird Sex. Thanks to whoever sent that. That was from one of our patrons, I think. Thanks, girl, for sending that. Remember, if you guys want to share any weird sex stories that you see, send it to me. info@kikisaidso.com, or you can DM it on the gram.
And this week, we are talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay, Reverend Ali. When it comes to sex, I love sex. And I was saying on the bonus how horny I've been lately, and I probably said it several other times, and I mean, y'all know me. As much as men get on my nerves, I still like to have sex with them. And I was just reminiscing about the sexual experiences. I have had so many, well, not that many, Sorry. But I've had like some really great ones, and then I've had some bad ones. And then there's stuff in between. Then it was like, okay, when you hit me, when we were having our meeting and you were talking about this, you wanted to talk about nasty sex. What do you mean? Because I don't think she meant like the good nasty.
Yeah, I didn't mean like the good nasty where like you talking dirty and y'all hawking loogies in the mouth. I'm talking about like you decide to hawk a loogie in the mouth and he gets a chunk of like chicken that was stuck in his tooth in your mouth as well. Like gross shit like that.
Has that happened to you?
You know, it has happened to me. Oh shit, it has happened to me. But
were you catching the spit or giving the spit?
But here's the thing. I don't know if he knew it or you know how sometimes people don't want to embarrass you. I had a chunk of something come out of me and I could feel it go into his mouth. And if he felt it, he didn't say shit. I know I have sometimes been like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, you know, poop it out. But yeah, stuff like that or like.
See? This shit is making me want to throw up in my mouth because even as I threw up at the gym this morning, it was just like gross. Like I just needed to go home and start over.
Sex can be very nasty, but let's start with the good. Let's start with the good because I do feel like we're both on a really good sex track right now. Like I'm
trying to get back on track because I was off the track. The track derailed. It had something in it. Somebody's foot got stuck. I don't know, but I'm trying to get back on the track.
Well, what I was gonna say was I felt like we was both on a good sex track and having really great sex.
Sexting.
Like, we haven't had that many complaints. At least maybe I should just speak for myself.
You should. No, I'll say this: sex hasn't been so bad, but when I've been having sex like these past couple of times, I talked about it in the bonus episode. It was just like it's not it, and I'm just like, you know, I don't know if I'm just bored with this person because I've been fucking him for too long. Maybe I should never be like committed to anybody. I'm not committed to him by no means. Let's be clear, but maybe I shouldn't because I be getting bored. I'm very fickle. I've said that a million times, but it's probably been like 3 days since I said it. So let me remind you, I'm very fickle. So it just hasn't been exciting. And that's just like, that's the bad. That's not necessarily ugly. It's just the bad because it's like, I'm tired of it. And I don't know what to do to switch it other than hop on a new dick. So, you know, and I'm going to an Old Faithful dick. Yeah, she said, before I hop to the next dick boy. And that's what I'm doing. And so maybe like some absence from my pussy, which is very warm, cozy, quaint. Maybe after some absence, he will do some self-reflection and he will be welcomed back into the pushy pleasuredom that I hold right here. But until then, I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. And I like sex with that man.
I have become very talented with my sex and I couldn't think that I could really like top anything else. Like when I fuck, I have said this many times, I don't really have a lot of bad sex. I pride myself on that. The fucking is gonna be good. But during quarantine, I didn't have like a good sex stint. Like during quarantine, you was fucking good.
Yeah.
I was failing all through quarantine, getting ghosted. I was like, does my pussy stink? I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But now, right now, currently, I am having some of the
You're on the upswing.
I am on the upswing. It is like crypto, like on a rise. Like I am Bitcoin. I'm Ethereum. I am fucking like I have never been fucked before. I'm fucking him. He's fucking me. We're coming together. We're doing new shit that we ain't never did. I know this nigga ain't never did it. He old. I'm putting him on new shit. He even putting me on new. I told you I was drinking my pussy. I wasn't just saying that for the ad. He grabbed it like a hamburger and was like, I don't really know what all he was drinking, but he was drinking it.
What?
And it is just, it's a sexy thing. I've never liked 69ing.
Oh, I like it.
I don't like 69.
Why?
Because I like to be able to focus on what we're focusing on. If you're eating my pussy, I want to lay back and relax. If I'm sucking your dick, I want all my fair turns. But with him, it's like when you playing tag with somebody and when you're little, all of a sudden they get it and they don't want to play no more. No, nigga, I get to run and hide too. So
I feel you on that. Sometimes you want to break.
Yeah, but with this sex partner, like the 69, I enjoy it, and it's because like he tells me like, relax, like.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Like,
and sometimes it's okay to just rest your head there.
And just rest your head
And then you
there.
get back to it. But you know what I like with the 69 is when it's like, it's almost like who can outdo who?
Who can outdo
I
who?
love a good competition.
But see, he started outdoing me and then I just have to stop. And
I don't care. he'll be like, you about to tap out. Show Lamb, and I'm happy. I'm about to sleep like a baby at 3 in the afternoon. Oh, what?
You're braiding your booty. You know when
I
you
was like, wait, did you braid the hair up while you was down there? You was on a break long enough to braid his booty hairs?
Having braids when you're having sex, sometimes it's sexy and sometimes they just get in the fucking way.
It's dangerous because you know what I really want to do? I'm trying, and let me know if you know somebody, because I need to take these braids out before the weekend because I just want a ponytail. I want a long braided ponytail, and that way I can wrap that bitch up in a bun when it's time to get down to business. I don't need all these braids whipping people, and it's gonna.
And you ever had the
you try to be sexy, and that shit is heavy.
In your armpit, and you're like, like, oh, hold on, wait.
Remember last summer when I had the eye tips? Was it last summer? Whenever I had the eye tips, it was a while ago. I had eye tips, y'all, and the same man I was fucking him, and my eye tips was on his chest at one point, and I was like, oop. My bad. I just have to put it behind me. He even say nothing, but I'm like, you fucked the weave out of me. Like, damn. Yeah.
Do you find that when you're having some really great sex, y'all come at the same time? When I tell you, that is so fucking magical.
I like when that happens, but sometimes I get fucked too good, and it's just like, hold on, I feel like a Minuteman. Like, I'm about to tap out right now. You better slow down. Don't do that trick again. I told you about that. Like, chill out.
That doesn't
happen often, but when it does happen, it's just like
it's like
how you find and you fuck really good. That usually doesn't happen either. Usually it's one or the other. And I like your voice.
This is science. To come at the same time, bro. Like, there is no way that you can plan it. This means that your dick is in my pussy. Our juices are having a conversation. And they're like, what's up, bro? He's like, what's up? This shit feel good and it tastes good. This shit is popping. You trying to come with me? And the little sperm is like, come on, bitch. And then we're screaming. Like, you scream when you come at the same time.
And then you just lay there.
Your soul has left your body.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't even care anymore. I don't know what's happening. Don't care what's happening. I'm just in bliss. Sometimes you can't breathe.
Y'all might die.
Sometimes you just gotta take a little nap. Like, you really tap out. I thought I was hungry. Don't care anymore. I don't care if I eat again because right now I'm just
dry. I really need a sip of water. It's all right though.
Yeah, and I just be breathing hard.
And you just look at each other like proud of each other. Like, look at what we did.
You did that.
You did that too. Like, that's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling. Ooh, I can't wait to have that feeling again.
You don't care if you look ugly, if an eyelash is on.
Because it doesn't even matter.
Don't.
Because at first when you started out looking good. Now the end results, and it's like, ooh, my eyelashes are all crunched up. 5 of them are laying on the bed with us. Some of my braids might be out. Who knows? Do I have a bald patch in the back of my head? Oh well, but guess I gotta buy a wig. It doesn't really matter because it just felt so great.
It just felt so great. You might even fart on that nigga knee. And you don't even care. He don't even care. You ain't never farted on a knee?
No. Why do you keep asking me that? You've asked this before.
Because I've been doing it a lot lately, and I don't know.
Why are you farting on people's knees?
I can't help it. And it comes out like a little.
And that's how we get to the ugly stuff, because it's like you just over there poop on people's knees. What if he needs to like readjust and shift the covers, and then that funk just slaps him in the face? That is so disrespectful. Why do you keep doing it?
I can't help it, and it's supposed to be a silent poot. It's not even.
How do you know before it escapes?
He got his knee in my booty hole. You ever been cuddling so hard that he got his knee in between your legs? He's not supposed to feel it. It'd be like, yeah, girl, and he feels it because his knee is literally in between my ass cheeks.
It's an awkward position.
It can be sexy if we just fuck the shit out of each other.
All right, y'all let us know in the comments or Instagram, Twitter, wherever. And do you think that makes it sexy? Do you find it sexy if a woman does that to you, or if a man does that to you? Whoever.
It's a little poot.
I'm not gonna be acting weird if you poop, because sometimes, all that moving around and shit, getting fucked and fucking is going to get some things flowing in there and get gas built up. So it's like, if you gotta let it out, go ahead and let it out, because I get it. But don't be doing the shit on my knee.
Don't be doing it on my knee. And quite frankly, if we haven't made it there yet, I'm just gonna hold in my gas until, like, sometimes I'll even have cramps and I'll be like, oh my God.
Oh, I hate that feeling, because I've let it out on accident before. I be trying to find a balcony, a bathroom, a shower, anywhere that I can go. Drea told me to try to spread my booty cheeks apart so that they won't clap together, but I'm like, girl, that shit don't work.
Sometimes
it works, but not every time. I found out the hard way. I was like, whoop.
Isn't it so embarrassing when it does come out loud and then you just start moving in weird ways?
Yeah, like I have been fucking and it was not a queef and it smelled like a fart because it was a fart, and that was embarrassing. He didn't care, but I was just embarrassed. He was like, whatever. He kind of giggled. I guess he thought it was funny, like I done fucked the fart out of you. And I'm like, well, okay, as long as you're not gonna make me feel bad about it. But I was so embarrassed.
It's embarrassing when you fart, you let a little toot out, or a full grown woman fart while he's eating your pussy.
Yeah.
And you don't even know. You're just like,
Woo,
and you just keep moaning.
Then it's like, I be trying to get up. Like, let me suck your dick. I need to shoot this ass up in the air because it's going to be all in the sheets and everything else. Like, should we move to the shower? Let's try something different.
We might need to come out with a spray, a little a sex smell spray if you fart on accident. A little poot. It's all right. We got you, girl.
How we going to get to it? It's like you're going to be panicking. Where is the poot spray? Where is the pooty spray?
spray. Like I be needing.
And you can't be incognito with it because.
I wonder, does it come with age? Because I didn't used to be putting so much.
I don't know, or maybe diet. I have been eating a lot of dark leafy greens and broccoli, and it makes me gassy.
Well, at least
I'm about to start taking gas eggs.
At least you know you got some healthy.
Them protein shakes, because that shit don't be smelling so great.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think about bad. You know what I don't like is when it feels like it's fucking Cirque du Soleil in that bitch and not in a good way. Sometimes it's okay to really just be in a position that's not wild and crazy, that's simple, and concentrate on looking into each other's eyes, on touching each other, on the actual stroke, and just enjoying the feelings of sex. You don't have to flip me around every 4 counts.
Well, and here's, you know what?
That can be uncomfortable, and it starts to ruin things. Like, slow down.
Slow down. And now it's like if my pussy starts drying up, y'all, my pussy just be wet regular. I had to ask my gynecologist, did I have a problem? Because I was like, there is no reason why it's just supposed to be wet all day. I was like, is this a constant yeast infection? She was like, no, you just got a wet pussy. She didn't use those words, but you know, she said that. There was a nigga that I was fucking, and I wish I could call this nigga out because you know him, but I'm not but he ghosted me and I was mad. I told him, and I know this is why he ghosted me, that he wasn't good at sex. He made it, we were talking one day, he was like, you know you like fucking me. And I was like,
actually,
can we talk about it? It was a great segue into it. He was like, what? And I was like, you just don't take your time. Even if you don't want to wife me up, don't just flip me over and start hitting it from the back. Who starts fucking like that, bro? This is not porn. Look me in my eyes. I just saw something online today. It's called tantric eye gazing. People can come off of that. You can connect in that way. You don't have to wife me up. But if we're gonna waste our time with this sex,
I think I could do that with Rick Fox. But go ahead.
Okay. See how I didn't shut you down? I'm gonna do it with Drake.
Okay.
Hype me up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna do it, Drake. It's coming.
But so I told him that. I was like, you can't just do that with a girl like me. Like there are some bitches where it's like, maybe they like getting fucked like that. But I don't. You know, I have a show about this. I really take pride in who I'm sharing my body with and how I'm sharing it. Let's make it count. A lot of things can happen from sex. STDs, babies, emotional attachment. So can we please make it worth it?
And premature emotional detachment.
I think you talk to me no more.
I feel you on that. I've had that happen to me before too, and I don't like it. Like, especially when they try to act like it's something wrong with you. And it's like, did you ever take a moment to say to yourself, is she actually enjoying this? Maybe you're not doing what needs to be done. Don't scratch my clit. I don't know how many times I have to say that shit. You don't need to use the tip of your finger, okay? You need to use the ball. I feel like I have to keep saying this because it's not clicking in everyone's head. Because I know I'm not the only one who's going through this or has gone through this, because people have reached out to me and shared. Stop doing that shit. Pay attention to the woman's body. It's not all about you. I remember this dude asked me, why don't you suck my dick anymore? I said, you sure are begging to get your dick sucked when you haven't ate no pussy in a minute. So it's like, sometimes when you aren't getting what you want or you're not pleasing a person, the whole body shuts down. The mind shuts down. Your pussy dries up like the Sahara Desert. And it's just like, I don't even want to participate in this.
Develops. Another thing I want to add to that, if you are using a toy on your woman, you don't need to push it down so hard that you now feel a bone.
I don't want to bust my clit.
It hurts, and it's like
it's already sensitive,
bro. If you're fucking your girl and she's making the same tone of moan, she doesn't like it. If it's just been like,
if she's a petty bitch and silent like me,
she is the sis is not.
Because I would just be like.
And she don't know how to tell you. And another thing that I am like, I love doing this. You shouldn't use your teeth on a woman when you're eating a woman out. And a lot of men have said don't use their teeth on them. But there's a certain way you can use your teeth when you're sucking a dick. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't hurting this nigga, so I was like nibbling a little bit and kind of using the tips of my teeth.
Nibbling on where?
On the head of his dick. But I asked him. I said, "Does this feel good or does this hurt?" He was like, "That shit feels good as fuck." So sometimes just ask, bro. Like,
has somebody ever asked you like, "Oh, does this feel good? You like this dick?" And you were like, no.
Not do I like the dick, but the way they were eating my pussy. And
you didn't.
It hurt. I was like, it hurts.
Yeah. And it's like when I'm flinching. Yeah, because it's like, it's such a intimate time. And if I'm fucking you, I at least, want to try and finish this out on a positive note. I don't want to just totally play your ass in the moment. But it's like, come on, pay attention to what my body is doing, what I'm saying, how I'm moving. I shouldn't have to say this hurts every time if I flinch. You know, like, or if I'm backing up from you, like, physical things means I'm not running away with you to flirt because I'm scared of the dick. I'm scared you're going to keep hurting me and you keep trying to shove your dick in my pussy, or you keep going back to the ass. Like, stop.
Feel good, and then there's a lot of them don't though. Like if you sit on a dick wrong, or if you slide
have you done that?
Wrong, have I? And if she says, hold on,
just take
a second. It's only gonna take a second. Sometimes you just gotta do a little figure 8 move, and now we're back in that thing. But if I said hold on, like, baby, just give me a minute. I'm not saying hold on because I really want you to keep shoving your dick in me. Give me a fucking second. There's another hallway in here that you've detoured in, and it's not wet enough yet. I'm hurting.
Yeah, nobody wants to have painful sex. Like, y'all are always talking about teeth, men, but it's a lot of other things that happen for us. And if you want it to be pleasurable, you've got to be paying attention to everything that's going on, not just what's going on for you. Yeah, now, when I sat on a dick one time wrong, that shit hurt me for days. I felt like I broke my booty. It was like the little piece in between my pussy and my ass. And I don't know what happened, but I sat on it wrong. It hurt. Yes, it hurt so bad. And I was like, oh. Then I got scared because I was like, oh my God, did I break his dick? Like, I hope not, because I need
you're
that.
Looking at him like, are you okay? Like,
and he was like, it hurt, but it's fine. I was like, you sure? Because they be breaking penises. I talk about it on my show on Weird Sex. So.
Oh, that would be really bad. Another thing that is really bad is if I have to be like, baby, are you awake? There is one thing. There is one thing when we talk about we just fuck the shit out of each other and we both fall asleep. But if I'm fucking you and I hear a snore or I'm sucking your dick and you're snoring, my nigga, I'm going home.
I have fallen asleep before having sex.
I bet you have, Kiki.
Sometimes I think I have narcolepsy, but it was like we were just having sex. I feel like he was on drugs. He had to have taken some ecstasy that day because it's like, it's like he was coming, but it never stopped. Like, what the fuck is this? I need a nap. Nigga, you gotta finish. And he was like, it's all right, well, I'm going to sleep. Do you think? Because I'm going to bed.
And you was knocked out sleep.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you fell asleep while we were having sex. I said, it felt good, but shit. It was like, the sun is coming up. We've been out all night. Like, I've been fucking you. You've been fucking me. Bitch needs a nap.
Now listen, I won't fall asleep on you during sex, but if you wake me up in the middle of the night, we talked about this before, and I really am tired or I have a flight to catch at an ignorantly early time in the morning, I'll be like, okay, how bad do you want this, and do you care?
Oh, I don't
mind.
Away? I prefer if you wake me up by eating my pussy. That's the best way to do it. But I don't mind a surprise midnight. Or 3 a.m.
Midnight, but the 4 a.m. hours for me.
Unless I gotta go to the gym because I already don't want to go and I'm trying not to quit. That's it.
And then that'll be your excuse. You're like, oh, I didn't get no sleep.
That's been my excuse when I don't be making it. Yeah, I don't go.
Talking shit and you can't back it up.
Ooh, that's some bullshit right there. Bruh. That's bad and it's ugly. It's like, what the fuck? Now, I will say, there have been times when I was sexting and I said all this shit. I can't remember that shit, but it was just like, we saying all this stuff and I'm thinking we both talking shit. Then I got there, I said, oh, I wrote a check. My ass couldn't cash because I don't remember half the things that I said. He was like, what happened to all that shit you was talking? I mean, the session was still great, positive. But I definitely didn't do half the shit I was talking about. Sometimes, I just thought we was talking. Yeah. I thought it was like watching porn. Like, you don't do all the shit you see in porn. You just watch the shit. You only do some of that shit. Yeah, that was funny. But if it's like, you are telling me that you're going to have amazing sex and you can do this, this, and this to me and you're going to make me come all these different ways and then I get there and the shit might not work, or if it does, it's just like little.
There was a nigga I was fucking with one time and I just told him, he was like, he never would do booty stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm going to eat your booty. And I was really hyping it up. He was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to let you eat my booty. He was like, you're not going to eat he's telling me I'm not going to eat his booty, but it was like a challenge. And so then like when it came down to it, I was like, I wonder why he was saying you're not going to eat my booty.
Did you find out why?
Because that shit was hairy as I don't know what.
Oh, you had hair in your teeth?
Searching for a jungle. So then I get down there right to his booty hole. It's just me and his booty hole. And I'm just looking like...
Could you find it with all the hair?
I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't. He was like, see, I told you talking about that shit. It was shit talking. Because there's some shit up in here. I know it.
You got some little doomberries. Do you, okay, random, do you like, well, not so random. Do you like when guys shave or wax? or just are hairless down there?
I truly don't care. I don't want to have to like I have a
you don't want to deal with that
brace in the bottom of my tooth. So and pubic hair is known to get stuck in it, and it's nasty because you can't get it out for about a week. You're just sitting there playing with the pubic hair all day trying to get it out.
And you can probably feel it.
You can feel it. It's like I can't get this on my tooth, and it's nasty. So if you have a little bit of hair, I'm cool with it. If you wax, if you shave, I'm cool with it. I prefer not shaving. Kind of hurts when it gets stubbly, but like I really don't care. It's not like I'll get down there and be like, oh goddamn nigga, you waxed. Like I'm really fine with it. I just don't want it to be so like a jungle.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't want a low cut, like a low cut Caesar with the deep waves. You know, I don't want that. I prefer it bald, so I don't have those hairs. But you know, if it's in between time, you. The stubble.
I'm not gonna
it's
do
the
that
stubble.
to you, honestly. Like I am now. Like there's a dude.
You're not gonna do what?
Like I'm not gonna have you just surprise jungle. Like no.
Oh
like,
yeah.
If it's jungly and you really just want to fuck with, there's this dude right now who just likes to eat my booty hole, and he wanted me to come over to eat my butthole the other day, and I was like, bro, I haven't waxed in I don't know how long. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna do
I'll
that
let
to
you know.
No,
now
if you don't care.
Okay, well, bust it open. But yeah,
I am gonna let you know because it makes me feel insecure. And, like,
sometimes I'm like there's this guy, and his skin is just so perfect down there. I asked him, I said, you be waxing your balls and stuff? And he was like, no, I just shave them. And I was like, how do you get it so smooth? I cannot shave because it's not smooth.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And I can't get all of the hair when I have tried to shave.
Yeah, me either. And it's like, I guess it's lots of fault. Well, then his balls, I don't know. I think he's lying. That nigga got to be using Nair or something because it's just so perfect and it just makes you want to lick him up.
That is crazy. You know, Mandy shaves. And I was like, can I just see your pussy real quick? And it was really... Smooth. And she's a shaver. And I was like, huh.
Maybe it's the hair texture.
Maybe we just not good at shaving. Oh, the hair texture. That they're mixed.
He not, but he got that kind of hair. Yeah, that's what it is.
Native American in his bones, blood, the bloodline. Ugly. Let's get to the ugly.
Okay.
There are a lot of uglies with sex. Sex is great. Oh, sex is great.
I love it. I want some more of it.
But that shit can be nasty. When we say nasty, I mean absolutely gross.
So like nastier than farts.
Nastier. Like you fart and dookie comes out.
What?
You ain't never had that happen?
Not during sex.
No. Well, you don't know that it happened until somebody gets up and you're like, someone's doo-doo is on.
So tell us your story. Tell the class. Tell the class.
So y'all already know the Tahoe story. We don't need to dabble back into that.
But that's what you're talking about.
That also wasn't my fault because we were doing anal. But when you're not doing anal... and it happens. And this recently happened, and it wasn't me. Okay, we were having so much sex for so much of the day. You know, naturally, you got to get up and go to the bathroom in between your rounds, whether you're wiping up or you just have to use the bathroom.
Right.
And so he was doing his morning dookie, and... he came back and laid on the bed, and we were going to do a little...
wipe good.
And it was white sheets. And y'all know
that has happened to somebody.
They're not coming to change.
You have to call. They still going to take all day.
And they might not come. If you have... And then if you're in an Airbnb...
Oh, yeah. Nobody's coming. You have to do that shit yourself.
You just keep laying in the dookiness. And so, yeah, his butt rubbed on the sheets. And there was... I'm talking about... It was like the size of a hand dookie.
So did y'all wash them sheets?
I mean, we couldn't. Like it was.
They didn't have a washing machine in that bitch. They had a washing machine. Y'all could have.
Already gross, and it was just like, bro. Like,
I am going to send you my code for GoPuff so that you can order stuff so y'all can keep fucking in between. Maybe go fuck in the shower and throw them nasty ass sheets
right on them doo-doo sheets. But he laid on it. Like, I didn't lay on it.
It don't make no difference. All the feces, the E. coli, everything. It's just spreading.
I thought I was going to have pink eye. And you know, if you get pink eye as an adult, it's like, what are you doing in life? Adults not supposed to be getting pink eye.
I never had it.
In your whole life?
Oh. You had it?
Not as an adult, but I thought I was.
How do you get pink eye?
So what I have read is that pink eye comes from like fecal matter. So like kids get it
because they probably don't be washing their hands
don't
good.
Be washing their hands and stuff. So when adults get it, it's like, what's you doing?
Probably not washing your hands because I see so many grown people not washing their hands when they leave the bathroom, and I'm just looking like, you're not even in private, bitch. I see you. You know you're not invisible, right? But that's a whole nother thing for another day. Now, I have gone to eat somebody's ass before. I told y'all about this, and it smelled like rhinoceros shit when I went back there. And I was just like, you have some nerve, because this was like early on in ass eating. I didn't ask to do this. I wasn't trying to coax him into doing this. You made a request, and you were not prepared. What the fuck?
And
I was just
made the request?
Yes, you made the request. You asked me over and over again, and I was like, huh, speak up. And then that's what you met me with. It was hairy. It was funky. He probably had some doo-doo stuck back there. And it's just like, wipe your fucking ass. You needed to wash that shit before you were doing this. Like, when you shower, do you not wipe your ass? Because I could have sworn he just took a shower. And I'm like, did you really just turn the shower on and take a shit? What the fuck?
It's disrespectful. Dingleberries, doo-doo clumps.
You need to clean up, and I just feel like that's something that shouldn't have to be said, but apparently...
When I go to get waxed, the first thing I do is go to the bathroom. And
they say, do you need to use the bathroom? Yes.
Even if I don't, I'm going to wipe.
I just want to check out. Sure. I don't want to be embarrassed.
Yes. Gynecologist, same thing. I'm wiping my asshole.
Or rude.
It's disrespectful. Fucking, I'm going to go wipe real quick to make sure everything's just good, because you just never know.
Yeah, and smell a little bit. Just make sure everything's all right. You know, it might have been a long day. You haven't showered yet, and he might be trying to get in there with you. You don't want to take off your clothes, and it's just smelling tart.
Have you ever been kissing and all of a sudden a burp just comes out of nowhere? You had no preparation for it, and you're like mid-mouth open kiss, and it comes out and it smells like bologna. I don't know why burps be smell like bologna. Like, they all smell like bologna. I ain't never even ate bologna, bro.
I have, but I don't know why they smell like that. I hate them. Bologna, Doritos smell like that to me. That's why I couldn't eat Doritos for a long time, because it's just corn chips. It has not happened to me during kissing, but it has happened often when sucking a dick, and it's like, give me a second before this turns into throw up, and sometimes they don't. When I said hold up, he didn't hold up, so then I threw up, and
eye boogers is another thing. I don't like it. Have you ever been like fucking and like he's on top of you and you just see a flaky light?
Yeah, that happens a lot in morning
you're
sex.
Like hoping it doesn't fall onto your face. Eye boogers really get on my nerves, especially as like adults. Like, have you ever been talking to somebody? We're not even waking up in the morning together. And it's like, why the fuck do you have crust?
It's like 7 in the afternoon. I mean, evening.
Yeah, or it's like just like you ain't looked in the mirror all day.
That would be frustrating.
You don't feel that? That's a crunchy.
I feel like when my my allergies cut up, so my eyes start to water. So I'm constantly like checking, do I have something in here? Did the makeup build up? Let me check my eyes, and make sure it's nothing in there. You can feel that when it's crusty, when it's gooey. Yuck. It's like that shit in the corner.
Ooh, the white. The white.
I hate that. And it's like, how do you not feel that?
Just... women
get it.
Like, I always see a lot of guys with it, but ladies, sometimes when you freshly put on lip gloss, sometimes we get it, and it's from the lip. You gotta really check yourself and get it out of the way, because it's just not.
It's gonna be sitting there.
It's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah. Another thing is funky feet.
Ooh, that's an embarrassing one.
It's like, what's going on? Whether it's me or him. Yeah, like I have been in situations where, I was with this guy. We had a date. I don't know where we went, but it started raining. I stepped in a puddle.
We had soggy, funky feet.
The feet I had on heels, and like some water got in there. So when we got back to his place and I'm taking my shoes off, they were a little corny and like corn chips. And I was just like, ooh, I need to take a shower. And then it's like, I still got to go home in these shoes. I don't live here yet. And I want to take, what am I going to do? It's just like, it's bad. And that's a stink.
To him, or you just...
He knew. Okay. So it wasn't like a conversation. I was just like, ooh, feet stink. I need to take a shower. And he just kind of laughed. He was like, I probably should too.
See, it is different with the ugliness of sex if you let the person know. Like,
yeah, like, don't be trying to act like you don't smell it, because then he's going to be wondering, you don't smell that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is embarrassing? I don't know if this is nasty necessarily. It's just embarrassing. So, one time, I wore a waist trainer on a date because I was trying to use
a little Firestone tire.
I don't know, because I was so drunk by the time it came off. But I had that waist trainer on, and I was trying to wear the shit like a chastity belt. Like, if I have on all this stuff, I'm not gonna want him. Yeah, I don't want him to see me taking all this off. I'm probably gonna break a nail. I put on the waist trainer, and then I put on a waist cincher on top of it to make it smooth. I could barely breathe, bitch. So that was already a thing. I could barely breathe. I'm having the hiccups. I'm just feeling stuffed and squeezed. I was probably looking like the little Donkey Kong gorilla where it's all pinched in the middle. And anyway, I ended up having a blast on the date, and I wanted to fuck him. Well, I fell asleep, but I was so drunk, and he was trying to get me out of the clothes, and he was like, don't you ever wear that bulletproof vest again. And he was like a funny guy, always cracking jokes, so he told me that, and I was just like, he was like, why you had all that shit on? I said, because I thought if I wore it, I wasn't gonna fuck you, and my pussy was hairy. He was like, I don't care about that shit. I'm a grown ass man. And I was like, you are.
That has happened to me before.
Yeah.
The skims, the bodysuit skims is hard to get out of. Like,
how many nails have I broken trying to take those, and then they roll up?
And you'll be like, God.
Or they just start pinching you, and it's just like, have you ever gone to the bathroom in the middle of a day because the shit is just too tight, and it's just like
taking it off?
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
I gotta take this shit off, and then where I'm gonna put it?
I can't do it.
I gotta put it into something.
Lastly, for ugly things, and this is just like when I get a whiff of my own hair, and I'm like, wow, bitch, you can't really wash your hair. Especially
Girl.
with like a sew-in, or even just you just haven't washed your hair in a minute. You got dandruff flakes. It smells like Doritos. For some reason, when you need to wash your hair and it's just been like, I hate washing my hair. I'm one of the bitches where like, it takes me forever to be like, I'm gonna actually wash my own hair and not go get it done. Like, I'm gonna wash it myself. Bro, when you get a whiff of your Dorito smelling scalp,
bitch,
my pussy dries up. I be wondering, can they smell it, or is he just thought it smelled like Doritos?
They gotta smell it, because last time, well, don't matter when, but I had bought some clip-ins from this company out here. I rushed. I should have washed them first, and I probably would have known. I did not know that they had a stench to them because it didn't come out until water hit that shit. You know how they say,
review. I'll be mad
you know how,
shit.
and then I went online and saw more reviews from a different location because they have multiple stores, and people were saying that. I was like, see, this is why you don't rush. But anyway, I put the clip-ins in, and it's like, you know how they say people be smelling like wet dog? I was smelling like wet dog about the hair. It was like wet dog / Dorito. It just did not smell good, and I did not realize it had the stench until I was already fucking, because the moisture in the room and the humidity was just attracted to the weave. And I was like, what is that smell? What is that smell? I'm like, I even smelled that nigga's feet, because I was just like, what is smelling like this in here? And it was my fucking weave. Now, he ain't say nothing. I guess he knows, like, it don't normally smell like that. Maybe he didn't really care. I don't fucking know, because he fucked me again. Maybe he did. Maybe he's like, oh, that reminds me, I need to pick up some Doritos on the way home. I don't know. But I was so fucking embarrassed. Like, I wasn't going to call him again, and he called me. So I was like, well, I ain't going to miss out on it now.
You guys, sex has good, oh, so good. It has bad mistakes that happen, and then it just has straight up ugly. You know, try to aim for good. Maybe you'll fall somewhere in the middle.
Good luck. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Indecisive Diane, and when we get back, we will answer some of your questions.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane. And this week I want to keep it cute. So listen, go on an ice cream date. It's hot girl summer, so you can go here with bae, a sugar daddy, someone that's just wasting your time. It's ice cream, it's quick, or it's romantic and great conversation with good sweet stuff going down your throat. Like you go to your favorite ice cream shop in your favorite city and enjoy a date.
All right, we are back from Indecisive Diane. If you have any suggestions for her to go, it doesn't have to just be a restaurant. It could be a massage therapist, something fun. Send it to cocktails.atl@gmail.com.
And if you want to ask us a question, remember to email it to us, askcocktails@gmail.com. Okay, so the first one says, hey ladies, I have a serious dilemma. So I met a guy, 31, 6'5", master's degree, no kids, financially stable, very healthy, meditates, and loves basketball.
Oh, that's my man.
Okay, she says, I'm 26, 5'9", and his equal. Okay, he seems like the perfect man so far, and I sound like his ideal woman.
Come on, confidence.
But I have a secret that I don't know how to disclose with him, or if I should even out of fear of him not wanting to be with me because of my past. She says, I used to be a lesbian, very feminine, never had a male friend. I had a boyfriend 10 years ago in high school, sucked dick only once, and I only know how to cater to a woman. In addition to that, I have a very unique past with female-male poly relationships, open relationships, lesbian relationships, foursomes, BDSM sex, kinky sex, etc.
Bro, you ain't tell him not nan one?
She don't know what to do. This is why. I'm afraid of telling him about my past will push him away. It's happened twice before for both reasons. One man was concerned about me not being able to love him or that I wouldn't find him desirable because I was attracted to women. I fed him the love has no gender line, but he was right. He was such a handsome and genuine guy, but as soon as it came to the bedroom, I was instantly disgusted. Damn. Previously, I dated a woman, and on the third or fourth date, she asked me about my previous relationships. I was honest and told her that majority of them have been poly, even though I'm not poly. I've just dated poly people, and I'm monogamous to the women. She said she didn't like the idea of that, even though I explained I am monogamous. Her demeanor changed at the restaurant, and after that night, she ghosted me. So ladies, what do? I want to be with a wholesome man, but I have a past and I just want my old wholesome life back, even though I'll miss it. It's time for me to go back to my wholesome ways. Thank you, ladies.
Do you really want to go back to your wholesome ways?
That's what I was thinking, like, why?
Yeah, like, it doesn't sound like you want to go back to your wholesome ways. But then...
At all.
And tell me if you agree with this. I'm also the type of person where, like... if it doesn't make sense for me to tell you, like, if this isn't, like, a life-changing thing, like, I feel like if you were a stripper, maybe you need to tell him if you were a popular stripper or you were a porn star. But like if it was like I used to date girls, I personally don't see why I need to break that down to you and make sure you understand and accept it because it was my past. Now, if I still want to date women and I want you to date them with me and I want to have a poly lifestyle, then maybe we need to have a conversation. But I don't always think everything needs to be presented like this.
I don't think everything needs to be presented, but I do think that if you have been in these lesbian relationships, you should tell him because we would want the man to tell us if he had been in homosexual relationships before, even if he doesn't want to continue. So I just feel like you should tell him. You don't have to tell him all the makeup of the relationships that you was doing poly shit and all this other stuff if that's not coming out at first. But I do think you should let him know, hey, I'm bisexual. I am attracted to women. I've been with women before. I haven't really been with a lot of men, but that's just how life happened for me. I am interested in you. I am attracted to you. And the whole wholesome life, I'm wondering what it is about the wholesome life that you want because
somebody's judging you and making you feel bad.
Is it your family? Do you feel like because you're getting older, you want to have this picture perfect life and you want to have kids with a man? Like, what is it? Really ask yourself, what are the real reasons that you want this so-called wholesome life? And you said that you were disgusted before. You said that you miss these other things. I mean, ask yourself for real, what's the real reason? I think you should tell him that you've been with women. You don't have to disclose everything. Like, keep it cute.
You don't need to tell him about how the relationship was. Sometimes us as women have an issue with, like, oversharing. Tell him you were bisexual in the past, period. That's it.
Or that you are bisexual. Yeah, you are bisexual, and that's just it. You've had a girlfriend. You've also had a boyfriend. Don't tell him it was 10 years ago. Just tell him you had a boyfriend.
Watch your tone when you tell him. That was your life, and be confident in it. Sometimes you already, like, you're making the person feel uneasy because the way you're saying it. Be confident in what it is.
Yeah, because you might sound unsure.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, you really don't know what you want. If you do know what you're saying and you're not ashamed of your past, then say it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I am wondering, do you really like men after, when it came to the bedroom? He gonna want to fuck, girl. Yeah. Like, if not, you can be somebody's beard and y'all can have that life. Anyway, good luck. Let us know what you decide to do.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuffin'. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
CockTales.
Okay, so now
Save
we're
this
moving
one.
on to the cocktails. And the cocktail that I read, it says...
What is this accent?
Cowboys and reverse cowgirl. Hey, ladies. I have something to tell y'all. I hope this isn't too long. But I got to paint the picture, LOL. So let's get into it. I went to this popular Atlanta restaurant, which I frequent when my homegirls are in town because BDBs, shout out to Poor Minds, on this particular night, I went by myself. I'm sitting at the bar enjoying my cocktail and hookah and just vibing with the people around me. These guys randomly stopped behind me, conversed a little, I'm so glad she didn't say conversated, and invited me to their table. They were big, chocolate, iced out, and fine as hell. So I went. One of them told me I was with him for the night, and from there, I knew it was up. We hopped in their Sprinter and hit the clubs. She had to flex real quick. After having one of the littest nights of my life with this fine-ass man, we get back to his room, and I head straight to the restroom because I know it's about to go down. See, she went to the restroom to check her booty hole. Yeah. Girl, I come out and see his butt-naked, tall, muscular silhouette waiting to dominate me and instantly started dripping. He didn't say 2 words. Before I knew it, my pants were ripped off and I was thrown on the bed. I almost cried at the sight of his big, beautiful dick going inside of me. Woo! We were all over the room, fucking like we'd never see each other again. He went crazy from the back, slapping my ass, pulling my hair, and kissing my neck. I'm reaching back, playing with his balls. I like doing that, but sometimes my arms don't be long enough. I'm in disbelief, screaming and creaming. Am I really doing this? I haven't had dick in months, y'all. I'm falling in love with every stroke. I couldn't let him leave without me tasting that dick. I started sucking his dick, trying to keep it cute and classy based. Shout out to Kiki. LOL. Until he requested I get nasty for daddy. Oh. Why the fuck did he say that? I almost swallowed that whole dick, y'all. Man. And it was a lot of dick. I got balls in my mouth, gooch on my tongue, and cum in my hair. He had the grand
Not the hair.
He had the grand finale on my titties, and I had to pat myself on the back the way he yelled, fuck, that is exciting.
I like that.
You like, God damn. And almost woke up the whole 24th floor. I'll be cheering for him all season, by the way. Thanks for the read. I love y'all. Come on, girl. That was a good-ass cocktail.
It was. I need a night like that. Okay.
Cowboys in reverse. I wonder if he plays for the Cowboys. Oh.
Wordplay there. I appreciate it. Very clever. Well, you guys, thanks so much for listening to another episode of CockTales. Remember to sign up on Patreon to help support us. It's patreon.com/CockTales. We have new bonus episodes every single week. And you can follow us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
And I'm at Coffee Bean D.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.